Sharpie's owl's called White Troy.
Yeah, where's that from?
Eater. I don't know if it eater of rams. What a name.
Evening rise, spirit comes. Sun goes down when the summer's done. Frozen earth awakens her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. I think we're missing Sharpie. It will be a little bit later, and Jacus. So you're less a paladin and a rogue for now. And you can see on screen the all new launch pad. So just to explain, or you can see I've got a little mud map of the 10 towns. The 10 towns area, so what we've been using as a map, although it doesn't have your travels marked up on there. And I think from the first few sessions when you were travelling from Luskan, the broader map of the region, part of the motivation was to have everyone's tokens in one place where we can just grab them each time, and then if there's token troubles, I'll just be going back to there. And those are the ones that you should be able to move around yourselves, and they're in the middle of this year on the little scroll in the middle. Everything else that you're seeing there is actually on the map layer, so they can't accidentally get deleted or moved. And I can change those if you need to. Moltel being our first edit. Where are you? You are no human. Double A, Samar?
Yes, double A, S-I-M-A-R.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so ASMR, Rune Knight. And there you are now. Corrected. And now, you guys can go into the draw feature and type in text, or can you? Or if you go into freehand, or there's text in there. I think you do that when you're drawing your own lines or circles and things on the map. So I'm happy for you to use that little square. Now, when I say it's little, it's huge when you zoom in. I've got that as like 50 point. So you could put little notes or put larger just dot points to elaborate. I've said, Jacus, Half-Orc, Paladin, Oath of Conquest. But, you might want to elaborate and say Scion of Asgard, whatever it is, Algondar's Empire. Next in line to the throne of Neverwinter, and so on. So feel free to put on in there whatever you want. And I've got our poor little graveyard down the bottom there with Nina and Elros. Okay. Any other things that you think would be useful on here? I could put in new scrolls or new little areas. I don't know if there's anything else anyone can think of that you want to keep track of in here. There's plenty of real estate still. Even on the Icewind Dale map, you don't really use the top quarter of it. So if you come up with something you want to put there, let me know. But last week you travelled. You're well out of the 10 towns region now. You've left the shores on the back of a enchanted, awakened whale, and travelled in a sort of magical boat strapped to its back all the way to Solstice, the island of Aurils. Used to be a giant stronghold, and now it has been taken over by the minions or the forces of Aurils. And she holds sway over this land. There's shipwrecks all over the place. It's quite shallow all around, and in sort of shelves of, not of ice, of land, rocky land. And you explored 2 ships. First giant oysters, I think. No pearls, unfortunately. The second one was inhabited by giant underwater aquatic ogres, Mero, that attacked you instantly on sight, and you fought them off, chased a couple away, and I think awaiting Auril to leave, hoping that she will leave her abode to do her thing. The drawing the veil across the 10 Towns region, which will give you a few hours to go into her castle and look for this book that you've been searching for. Now, I'm going to shift us straight back to where we were in Solstice. And if you can try to avoid moving your miniatures, there's no miniatures in this game, moving your figures around, that'll be good, because you could accidentally just show a lot of the map. One square on here is 1,000 feet, which is why your dark vision just gives a little ring of light around you. But it's not actually dark. It's not. It is dark, but remember that's sort of twilight, so you can still see the lay of the land, the sort of terrain features for some distance. So I've tried to show that, and I'll do that as you go along. Panning in with the camera, let's get in a bit closer. Oh, yes, right. You're accompanied by Velin Harpel, a wizard who's also has a common goal in seeking this Netherese city. There's a little jetty. There's the two ships on screen there, and the only companion you've got with you apart from Velin is Dawn, at least for now. Threads' animal companion. Let's assume Sharpie and Jacuz are out of the picture for the moment. Let's see. Massive. Oh, by the way, it's a massive dock. It's probably about much unlike a jetty. It's made of stone, despite the picture on the map. That's just for the purposes of drawing the map, and it's probably about 20 feet wide. Projects out about 100 feet. There's a crack in the cliff face that leads down to this jetty, and what looks like a pathway about 15 foot wide, continuing up into this spur of the island. As you approached, this little imp-like creature, almost appearing to be composed of ice, comes up to you. He speaks to you in a gravelly voice and introduces himself as Sopo. And welcome to the island of Solstice. And he sort of pounds his chest and coughs out what looks like a large hailstone. And so, sorry about that. Yes, what was I saying? Island of Solstice. And he gestures grandly to the passage beyond. What do you want to do?
Are we on the right map, first of all?
You should be. Let's have a look. Can you not see?
Yes,
Can you not see?
Yes, we are on the right map. It's just this one square is like 200 feet, is it? Or is it more than that?
Let me see. There's a scale on here.
So that little brown thing is the jetty, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one square is 200 feet.
Okay, I get it.
So what I suggest you do is just scroll right in so that you can just see the little promontory that you're on.
So we look absolutely massive.
Yeah, the party actually occupies one square on here. That's a 200 foot square, so I could just sort of park everyone off, but I think with visibility I'll just keep everyone sort of clustered together for the purposes of this. Yeah, so this guy's waiting expectantly, and no one's said anything. You're looking around, amazed at the sight of this place. I think Threads, you all were deathly cold from your swim in the ocean, and Threads has actually got one level of exhaustion, so that means disadvantage to any of your skill checks.
Fabulous.
Mm.
Why did we get exhaustion for the weather or just from getting wet? Because we could have been precipitated dry the moment we got out of water.
Yeah, it was more from exposure. When you're below there, the adrenaline of the fighting and so on sort of kicking in. But you reckon after about 10 minutes underwater is enough to cause the chill to seep into your bones. So you've now dried yourself off such that your cold weather gear is protecting you from needing to do further checks. At least for the time being. You're definitely feeling that it is colder here than anywhere else you've been so far, even though the weather's not bad. Usually the only reason the weather's dropped beyond the minus 40 sort of range is when it's midnight and there's bad weather as well. The high winds are up and so on.
Threads would like to cheerfully wave at the thing.
Okay. Oh, ho, ho, welcome, welcome.
What a welcoming welcome.
Yes, I take it upon I take it upon myself to greet new arrivals.
Do you get many arrivals?
It's rare, but worshippers to the great queen do come to pay offer fealty and seek counsel and inspiration.
The Queen of Air and Darkness?
Oh, I haven't heard that term for a long time. Yes, definitely.
So she is known by that name?
To some in the Shadowlands.
Well, that is interesting, thank you.
I'll whisper to Threads, like, should we ask him where the white codicil is?
Where the what is?
Is that the book we're looking for?
Yes.
Do you think he'll be that forthcoming with the information?
Information? What do you... Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm willing to help. What are you looking to do? See the sights? There's the gardens.
Do mortal worshippers come here a lot? And if so, do they need any protection from the weather?
Oh, worshippers of Auril tend to be able to protect themselves from the cold that is Auril's embrace.
Does make sense. Do you know a library?
Oh? Sorry, go ahead, Ash.
Do you know if there's a library here?
Library? Oh, any secrets like that would be up in Grimskala. The castle to the centre. One person. This is interesting. Someone asked me that just the other day.
Oh, who?
Just a lone wizard. Their ship got wrecked and they swam ashore here.
Did they survive?
Oh, well, she headed off around to the gardens, I believe, and he sort of gestures.
Any chance you could give us a tour?
A tour? Well, I can take you a certain way, but then I will need till we get to the mainland proper, and then I'll need to return here in case others come. It's getting busier.
Busier?
Well, ever since all this, since Aurils discovered how to make it colder, worshippers have been clamouring to her cause. When things get chilly, he laughs to himself as if he's told an awesome joke.
Light chuckles. Should I turn and huddle to the group? So, should we try and go to the garden first? Maybe this wizard has survived?
I don't see why not.
But why? We don't know any. We're not going to get any information from the wizard. If they're here, they're probably here for the same reason we are, right?
Exactly, but think about it. If we go on a tour around the Isle, we could potentially be on tour for a few hours while Auril goes out. So it could be beneficial for us to kill some time.
That's a good suggestion.
And the gardens sound lovely.
What was his name again? The greeter at the jetty?
I'll show you his nameplate. You should be able to see that now. Solfo.
Sorry, Zolto?
Sopho. S-O-P-H-O.
Sopho.
Hmm.
Sopho.
Yes. Straight off.
Sopho, that sounds splendid. We would love to have a look at the gardens and around the island.
It's straight off the back of an IKEA box.
Oh, nice.
There's a few dots above a couple of those letters, but I'm not going to. I can't put them in. Okay. Well, he sort of skips along and says, "Follow me," and heads his way along. Nominee is Sharpie here,
Oh,
just to expose a little bit more. Can you guys actually see the revealed terrain here?
yeah.
Okay, including.
Is that him? Is that Sopho?
Yeah. A little ice mephit, little elemental creature.
Sopho, are the only people here worshippers of the god, the queen herself?
Well, maybe not worshippers. There are many Yeti that reside here. There may be other beasts of nature.
But how about of the other adventurers? Do they always come as worshippers, or are they just explorers?
Oh, I'm not too sure about this wizard that came not long ago. She said she was a worshipper. She did have a
And the queen is fine with people?
The queen is not one to entertain. Might be her abode of her presence, but she tends to prefer isolation. When people come, they don't get audience. I don't think it's more of a sense of well-being and oneness with absolute zero.
Ah, yes, I enjoy the cold myself too.
Okay, so as you guys move along, following Sopo, Actually, Ash is probably better. You can see out to the sides. Can you see now out to sea as I uncover it using it? I'm using Ash. I'm using you as a bit of an eraser.
Mm.
Is that working?
Are those icebergs? Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, there's icebergs out to sea, and then there's the lay of the land that you can. And because of the shape of the terrain, you can see. Can you see a little dotted line for a trail?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. So
Where?
you're following a little path in blue dash lines. I don't think I've left anyone behind. I'm just going to ditch Sharpie and Jackus just so that I don't have to move as many characters. In fact, we might be able to do this. Ho ho, look at that.
Oh, nice. Ice methods are not. That's Sofo, right? So
Yeah.
he's an ice method.
Yep.
They're not known to talk. I mean, to talk in common, are they?
No, this one's. You can tell it's not his first language. He's had to go to classes, but no, they're not known to just talk common. This guy must be. Maybe that's why he's taken it upon himself to greet travellers. So as you can see here now, Ash, where are you? Is that you there? Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna, as you move along, you can see these long, tall ridges, like little 600 or 700 feet long ridges of ice. It's ice and snow everywhere. Every now and then you see some cliffs with exposed rock, so that you know that there's rock underneath. It's not like a floating island. It's land, and I'm just scrolling out here a little. But because of the rise and fall of the land, you can't see a huge distance. So I've put some visual barriers just to block off sight. And so you can see from where you are there's on this trail, it bends around to the west, and then there's mist and steeply a steep incline going up to what is probably towards the very middle of the island if you follow the line of the spur that you've just travelled along. But you get to this point and Sofo says, well, look, this has been very nice. He gestures up to the northwest. If you can see where I'm pinging, you can probably see some caves. He says that up there is Yeti caves, and there's a few areas where the Yeti live. They're all over the island. They're generally always hungry, so to be avoided. If you follow this trail down back towards along the coast, it will eventually curve back. You'll find yourselves on a spire, an icy spur, which will lead you through the mists to the centre of the island and on up to Grimskala.
And at Grimskala, what can we expect aside from the town of worshippers? Is anything of importance there? Is there a shrine to Auril?
Yes, there is a shrine to Auril. A few servants, people tend to stay for a time, serve Auril for a period, and then either Auril changes the guard at some point.
So it's safe for us to just walk up and enter the town? Do we have to say anything to the guards that guards the town?
There's no town, no city, just one tower.
Oh, okay.
As I said before, Auril is she likes her isolation. She prefers it. She says this wizard with the weasel. She continued on the path further to the west. So when your path turns north towards the tower, if you wish to follow her, I would continue on towards the west, which is I think where her ship was wrecked. But she found herself to me, and I gave her some directions back to salvage. And with this, Velin Harpel sort of pipes up and says, "Weasel, you say?" And she looks around at you and says, "I think we need to find this wizard. That this will be, no doubt, Naz Lantamir, the thief."
What do we know about Naz again? Have we been told anything? Just to refresh my memory.
Yeah, so Velin said Naz Lantamir is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, one of Velin's enemies, and Naz Lantamir killed a few of her kobolds, of Velin's kobolds, when they discovered her stealing some of Velin's gear, looking for items of interest, and stole something particularly necessary for Velin that has been saving, a sentient magic item, which Velin wants back.
So if we find him, he's most likely have that item that Velin's looking for.
Yeah, Velin wants to get her item back. Yeah, definitely.
Let's go on a wizard hunt.
So far, you've been most gracious, and you make a great host to the island.
Oh, thank you.
We hope to see you soon.
Okay, and he sort of flaps off back to his jetty.
Is it just me, or is Ash's token a big green dot?
Yeah, it is. Just because
obscured.
What's the green dot?
Yeah,
what's the green dot
it is
for?
just a big green dot. I think that might have been for.
Oh, there it goes. Oh no.
That wasn't bless.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe.
So it's gone now anyway. Just because I've made the token so small.
I'm just exhaustion.
Threads, are you okay? You're looking a little bit purple.
Yes. A
Love
little bit peaky. Okay, so I'm just carrying on, assuming that you're just travelling together. You passed back down around what is a bit of a bay, and you can see the two shipwrecks way out to sea. I say way out to sea. What is that? 200, maybe 2,000 feet away. So 2,000 feet's only 600 meters. So it's visible, but when you take into account the mist and light snow that's falling, it obscures your vision. But as you continue along the pathway, you go over a rise, and then you come down a slope towards what looks like tall pillars of ice, and the pathway cuts straight through it.
Along the way to the pillars here.
Yep.
Cletus wants to talk with the group. Do we have a cover that we're using to get here? Are we worshippers of Auril too? What do we want to say to everyone else that will meet on the island? Do we have a game plan?
Kill first, ask questions later.
No. I don't think that's very wise. I don't think we can take on a whole island of worshippers, especially if they're Aurils, cold walker, night walkers, white walkers.
Well, we should have maybe made some false trinkets of Auril before we got here.
But we can say we're just new to Auril's cult. Not cult, religion.
We came here in a great rush. I don't know why we rushed off over here. Like, one thing leads to another. Suddenly we're on a whale on a one-way trip to this island where the whale is going to kill us if we stay here for too long. You know?
All the more reason to have a cover, don't you think?
I mean, we can have a cover. I'm just not sure we could maintain it under scrutiny. We can certainly claim to be Auril worshippers.
Or are we just explorers? Are we just sightseers for the island?
Sightseers sounds better.
It's more neutral.
Everyone got a sketchbook? to sketch the sights.
Cletus gonna pipe up. Aren't you guys part of the Luskan deliverers? Can't you just pretend that you have a delivery on somewhere on Aurils Island? You looking for someone here?
I'm not. I am.
As a cover.
I mean, I could be a paid guard for the Luskan deliverers.
Well, we could say that we have a delivery for this Nazgûl, the wizard with the weasel.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's why we're looking for him.
That works.
That works. Let's go.
Okay.
So clever.
So you've discussed a potential line that you're going to use. You descend down through the mist into a from a slightly higher point, so down into a misty area, and after a few hundred meters, a few hundred yards through the blowing snow, the mist clears, revealing an incredible sight. You see this grand assembly of ice sculptures across a snowy field. The field is sort of at the base of a mountain, and a couple of mountain spurs sort of embrace this area. And these, on closer inspection, you can see that they form the shapes of creatures, bears, elk, even a saber-toothed tiger, wolves and things like that. Creatures of the north, but they are incredible. It's like when you see those glass sculptures, blown glass sculptures of animals or sailing ships and stuff like that. Very well. Whoops. Cletus. Yeah, very well. Well made. Perfect, in fact. So, I'm just showing you an app. I can show it to you. You should see this on screen.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah, this definitely isn't a garden that I was thinking of.
Do the sculptures look like real? Like, do they look like ice sculptures? But if you actually look through the ice, do they look like they're frozen animals?
Yeah, so you go to approach and have a good look at them. Can you roll a perception check, please? Investigation's probably better. Do investigation.
Oh, okay. Nice. Not that much better. 7.
7. And if anyone else wants to have a look, you can too.
All I want to do is basically scan the area to make sure we're not. We're pretty much alone or something like that.
Do a perception roll for you being on lookout, and
Cletus will talk to Threads. Threads, you're the animal lady. Do these look like real animals to you?
They look pretty.
if you want to do a nature check will suffice for that. If that's the main goal, is to see whether they're real or just ice.
So can I just ask, like, nature is based on intelligence, right?
Yep.
But I have no intelligence. Could I use, like, survival instead?
Do you have proficiency?
Or would it have to be nature?
Do you have proficiency in nature?
No.
Okay.
Oh, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. They're just exploring the island, and they've found their way into a area of ice sculptures.
Can you drag my token there?
It's not.
Wow, Threads, a ranger that's not proficient in nature. Never heard of that one.
I know. Animal lady doesn't know anything about animals.
That's all right.
No,
it's-
I'm proficient in animal handling.
Yeah, so you can be. So there's. You can not necessarily be survival in the woods type thing, or a. And still be a ranger, like a tracker or a survivalist. But yeah, so Jacques, you're back in. I've brought you back in here too, and you should see. I've shared a handout which you should be able to see as well. Yeah. So it's still
DM,
either
I
investigate.
got a 23 on my perception for being a lookout.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got that. I'll if anything comes up, I'll refer to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's intelligence based because that's just the nature of it. If you've pardon the pun.
Just roll and see what you get. You can't be worse than
dad
Cletus.
jokes, yeah.
No, no, it's fine. Oh, an 8.
Okay.
So much better than Cletus.
All right. So you can't tell whether they are real or not. The extent of it, though, is that they look extremely accurate and they're all the right size. And as you start to go walking through this area, there is you can see a sculpture of a dragon, a white dragon, and it's life size. There's also giants as well, just seem to be sculpted out of ice or frozen in space.
Cletus has got the feeling that this might be a real frozen beast. Frozen dragon? How do you freeze a dragon?
Looking at these giants, would I be able to recognize them from my learnings of giant history? And
you would identify them as frost giants, if that's what you mean. What?
no, I mean, are they belonging to a particular tribe of frost giants?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so that would be a history check. Maybe not your wheelhouse.
I got a 9.
No, you don't. You recognise the race, but not, the tribe or.
Not the tribe. No,
No.
fair enough.
And you can see as where I'm pinging off to the west. That's where the pathway cuts through to.
Can I touch one of the sculptures and cast Identify on it?
Sure.
It lets me know if there's a spell casted on the item that I'm touching or not.
Okay.
Or if there's any spells currently affecting it.
Yeah. Trixie. Getting there. Okay, you put your hand on it. Can you just do a dexterity check for me? Sleight of hand if you prefer.
Both rolls the same. 14.
Okay. You find that the ice sculptures are extremely fragile, but you don't snap anything off, not even a little splinter. Okay. Yeah, you don't detect any magic on them.
It's not detect magic. It's more. Is there a spell? So that I feel like there's no spell on it. Then there's no
Yeah.
spells. Okay.
So detect
Okay.
magic. So detect magic would detect, like, if there's been a spell cast on it.
Yep.
But
So this is identify though, even though
I'm just looking up identify, unless you can paste it into the.
yeah, I paste. Oh, I did share it in the
yeah,
chat.
yeah. Choose
yeah.
one item if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object. Okay, so it is a magic imbued object, but it doesn't have any properties or anything that you would use.
So you touch the creature throughout the casting. You learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Yeah, so there's no spell that you can identify.
Okay.
But it is affected by magic from the transmutation school.
Oh, okay.
So that might give you something.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Transmutation. Let me Google that while you continue.
Okay. Transmutation school. Anybody else want to do anything in this area as you're moving through?
It's interesting. Cletus will point it out that the sculptures have a little bit of transmutation magic on them.
Well, Velen is the transmutation wizard.
Oh, really? Oh, Velen, you should have pointed out sooner.
Well, she's
What are you here for?
She's just batting her hands together and blowing hot air into her gloves, stomping her feet. And she says, "Let's get a move on. I'm too old for this."
So am I.
Now it's only
So am I.
probably about 600 feet onwards. You rise a steep, icy spur, and the pathway that you're on starts to snake its way to the north. It's at this point where it bends, where you're at, where what's his name? Sopho had described how this other wizard had headed off in a sort of westerly direction.
Are we going north? Or are we going west?
Velen
We're going west, aren't we?
Velen requests that we pick our way down the spur and carry on towards, try and follow the trail of her enemy.
But they'll be very quiet. We're hunting wizards.
Okay. Does anyone?
Is there anything she can tell us about him before we confront him? Is there anything we need to be aware of?
She's not particularly powerful, but deceitful and conniving.
Okay.
You carry on. I'm just moving you here. If you want to move somewhere different, let me know. Directly west, following and you find yourselves going over another ridge, looking down into another of these gardens. I'm just uncovering a bit of ground for you.
Do the gardens look poised? Like they put sculptures in like particular positions, or do they all look like they're just randomly, like you will find in nature, like you see like deers, not
No.
in like the same.
They're in natural poses, but they look like they have been. They're not placed in what would form where they might naturally go.
They're not.
They're not. So you might see like an icy plinth, and there's a creature on there that might not have been able to get up to that spot.
Okay. So it's been landscaped to a degree.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. It looks like the whole area's
Okay.
been sculpted.
Okay.
If we're gonna be, since we're gonna be traveling, looks like we're traveling like covering lots of distance. I'm gonna summon ice.
Okay.
So like a ride. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just snap back to our launch pad and grab ice and be with you a moment. Whoops. Oh yeah, this is it. Ice. Copy. Okay. It's big ice. Okay, you carry on. And doing anything different in this area? This next garden?
Just on the display portions of the sculptures,
Yep.
are there any like giant runes or anything just to say what the creature is?
Can you do an investigation for me?
Yeah, no. 2.
Okay, so if there is, you haven't been able to see it. Okay, I'm just uncovering some of your map here. Now, when you get to this area here, just beyond this set of ice sculptures, you hear this squeaking sound. Eat, 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 eat. Looking around, you can see a bit of a disturbance in the snow, a little bit towards the water.
Well, let's have a look and see what this is.
Okay. Okay. You head off in that direction, and you can see a small white creature. There's some frozen branches of trees with none of the light twigs or anything around, but looks like there's a little bit of protection area, but the snow has just built up and up and up. And this little white creature sort of stands up like a meerkat and looking towards you, and then goes eat, 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 and then just sort of ducks down out of sight, probably into a hole in the snow or just a little dell.
What did it look like?
Just like a ferret, weasel.
Can I do a perception check on it? Or I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
nature.
Yep, nature, that old chestnut. Yeah, up to 2 party members can do a nature check, or one person with advantage just by the party all putting their heads together to try and figure it out.
No, I got a 4.
I guess I could try.
I've also
Now you do have a wizard with the
14.
Oh, okay, threads. There you go. See, you got the nature in you. Yes, there is a white weasel just over there, next to what looks to be a hand poking out of the snow.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna send ice to like sniff it out.
Can I send Dawn in too?
Okay. Yeah, so you head over, and there's this. There is a hand poking out of the snow. I'm going to paste a picture in the Discord chat. And the hand is wearing cold weather gear, but looks like the fingerless gloves are long since completely dried out from cold, completely frozen. And there's this pure white weasel with its winter coat, beady black eyes, sort of sitting up, looking at you, tilting its head to one side, every now and then giving you a squeak like an otter type sound, and then sort of shuffling back. And then looking down at the snow.
Should we try and dig out this body to confirm identity?
Should I chat with the ferret?
Oh yes. Should try to establish contact whilst we dig him out, and then I turn to Velen and go, "That's not a familiar or anything, is it?"
Well, I think it is, but familiars would normally be, if that is her under the snow there, and she's deceased. I would have thought the familiar would vanish back to the plane it came from. And she looks onto her own shoulder, where there's this snowy white owl still looking bored.
Well, I will help. I will dig out the hand and potentially the rest of the body.
Okay.
Be careful not to snap the hand off the body.
Okay.
Threads would like to back away because she remembers what happens the last time someone tried to pick up an orb
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
type object in the black cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be going. Everyone stand back a bit as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's doing the digging? Moltel.
I am, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Moltel, you go digging around, and let's see. Moltel, can you roll a D6, please?
Two.
What? Why do you have to roll? It's so ominous.
Okay. All right. Just 1 second.
Ooh, so
Threads, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to get you. You feel the hair on the back of your neck prick up, and you sense a presence. And you need to do a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Don't roll charisma saving throw in the chat. You can just roll a d20 and then tell me whether that passes, what you get when you add your own charisma bonuses, if anything, onto it. Okay.
I think I sent it you,
Yeah,
and then
that-
I have a -1.
Okay.
So it should be a 7.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what has happened is I've got a handout for you. I'm just gonna see. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'm just putting into your journal. Can you see a handout?
Sorry, did you send?
It should be in your journal, and you can see. I'll paste it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
so what's happened is the spirit of Naslantamia has possessed you, and so it's like a ghost walking inside you. Now, while Threads, you have your awareness of yourself, and you can see, but you're sort of like a puppet with Naz controlling you. So you lose all your memories, your knowledge, your and personality of your own. So you're actually playing a different character right now. You're a female wizard named Naslantamir. You're a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. You came here to find the lost Netherese necropolis of Ythrine. Your shipwreck was wrecked. It's on an underwater shelf not so far. Now, on your body, below in this ice, is a spell book, and you'll be very keen to get that spell book. Maybe help Moltel dig it out, and see if you can just get it sneakily, or by subterfuge or whatnot. You desperately need to find the codicil of white. Now, bear in mind that your goals and the party's goals are still in common. Everyone's trying to find the codicil, so you'll aid the rest of the party in finding it. You've got spells that you can cast, but you'll try to do so without letting them know, especially seeing as your hated rival Velen Harpel is with the party, but she doesn't know that you're just standing next to her, basically, in the body of Threads. However, if you ever do get a chance to... If you do get a chance to accidentally, like, catch Velen in a fireball or something like that, you might try to get away with it. You're sneaky in that sort of way. And you can see that there's some spells there that you can cast. Now, the other thing is, I've got in the Roll20 campaign, I've created a wizard which you could take custody of and then just use that character.
Okay.
So if you go into if you go into D&D Beyond, into the view the campaign,
Yep.
Can I see it there? Where is it? Lucius, Zira. No?
I don't see a wizard.
No. Okay, so let me just look in the... Maybe I did it in my characters and haven't added it yet. There we go, yes.
So, can I just confirm, this Nas, she doesn't know anything to do with Threads. So if they ask me any questions that Threads would know the answer to, she wouldn't know the answer to it?
No, she'll have to try and wing it. Like, you know enough that, that you're a ranger and what you could tell from the rest of the party.
So is Dawn just going to disappear?
What happens with Dawn? She's summoned.
Yeah, she's summoned. She's not like an actual beast. She's like a...
Yeah. So I think I'm going to treat it.
Yeah.
I know it might make it a bit more complex, but she's... Yeah, so Dawn is still there because you are still there, just suppressed. It's still you, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Well, so I was like, that's just going to give it away.
Yeah.
If she just disappears or something.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do, I can see the wizard here. Manage levels. Okay. Have a look at this. I'll go into D&D. I'll go into Discord. It's getting a bit confusing. Into the chat, and I'll post you a link. have a look and see if you can access that. Or firstly, can you see the link in the Discord chat?
Yep, I'm just pasting it into my browser. Yep, I think I got it. I think though they will see that it's not threads though.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do for that wizard is I'm going to edit it, change the name to threads.
Oh, very sneaky.
There. Okay. All right, so you could even try it by doing a in the attack thing. There's unarmed strike. You could just try rolling an unarmed strike and seeing what happens in the chat, and I'll move us back into our regular out of the cone of silence.
Yeah, get those palpitations.
Okay, sorry everyone.
Stuff is happening! Oh no!
Oh, she's in the fight!
Lens is just fighting for her life. Like,
But all her damage is 0. Oh my god.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just a practice.
Yes.
Just a practice. I think that's threads coming and helping digging, smashing on the surface or something. Yeah. So Moltel, you dig down. Anybody? And you find this hand is attached to an arm. The arm is attached to a torso. You keep digging away. Anyone else want to do anything at this point?
I'll help Motel with my mage hand, but I'll stay afar.
Okay.
I'll just help him dig
Okay,
with
so
my mage
this,
hand.
so this little feeble mage hand goes flapping away the ice, but it's a 5 pound. It can lift 5 pounds, so it can. It's just like being down the beach and you're digging a hole. Threads, can you do a nature check for me? This weasel is looking at you, looking at Dawn, looking at you. Does a little bit of a squeak. Okay. All right. So the creature sort of comes over to you and wraps around your foot, but then sort of sniffs and goes and makes a little distasteful sound. But it stays next to you, and then eventually sort of lets you pick it up.
Smile to myself.
Okay. Everybody else. Eventually, you dig down and you find you dig out the body of this wizard, and Velen Harpel moves forwards and prizes this steel orb out of the frozen fingers of this dead wizard. And she says,
I do a medicine check. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Can I do a
for it.
medicine check to see how recently and how she died?
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Well, obviously frozen to death.
Yeah.
She frozen to death by magic, or or is there?
Ash Louise, 12. Okay, so you don't think she was killed here by anything obviously, like wild animals or blows or, trauma. But she has, there's evidence of frostbite, which would have happened before death. So she's been probably died of exposure, and to the cold, not to anything else. But there are some signs of predation on the corpse, probably before being buried in snow. Some little critter has come along for a bite.
All right. Any like idea of the size of the creature? Like, are we? Is
You
it
think
like possible?
you think it was probably a seabird, like a tern or an albatross or something?
Okay. All right. So she was just scavenged. It wasn't like a yeti came by this
No.
area or something
No,
like that.
no.
And the crew is all here.
Hello.
Ah, hello, Sharpie. I'll move you up.
This is so small.
Oh yeah, it's a big map. 1 square's 200 foot. We're not really worrying about scale. It's really just all the parties in one place. You sort of skirted the island from along the southern coastline. You found a passageway that went a well-trodden pathway sticking to higher regions of snow and hard-packed snow and ice. Moved off that trail to go chasing this wizard enemy of Velin, and you've just found her corpse. Velin recovered the item that she was looking for, and this familiar of the dead wizard is still alive, strangely enough, even though Naz is clearly dead. Died of the exposure to the elements. Grimskala, the giant tower, is somewhere in the middle of the island, and you've moved off the pathway, but there is a pathway that apparently leads up to that.
Oh, we should search the body for maybe she still has her spell book or anything else, or maybe even something that could give us some clues.
Yes, is there anything in the body?
Yep. Okay. You dig around and you do find a spell book.
Seeing the spell book, called Claire to say, we go, you might make more use of this.
I'm assuming the spell book's like frozen shut, so he's gonna warm it up.
It is, and as the weasel starts squeaking and runs over to the spell book and jumps on it. And Cletus, when you reach out, it goes to nip at your fingers.
Oh, it looks like my friend maybe has an attachment to the book.
And the weasel starts to drag the book across to threads, and then does figure eights around her legs.
Threads, I don't think I should. He wants me to do it.
Wouldn't want to upset my sweet little friend that I've just made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should hang on to it,
Oliver will be jealous.
Why don't you open it and see what's inside?
Okay.
Well, I'm just a ranger. I don't know what. I can't do
Just open it
spells.
and see what's inside.
You say this after just casting Speak with Animals?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Threads, you're going to open the book?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
You open it, and there's magical wizard's writing inside.
Yep, it's wizard stuff.
Okay. As you open it, the weasel just snaps it shut like Richard Gere and Julie Roberts, and then has a chuckle at you. And then sort of curls its way into the large sack at your hip, and sort of curls up inside with its head poking out.
Can I put the book in my backpack
Yeah, that'll fit.
and say, I'll say to Cletus, maybe we should have a look at it later when we're somewhere a little bit
That's a good
safer.
idea. This weasel's not being cooperative anyway.
Okay. Threads, you get a sense that this weasel is fey, not a beast.
Okay.
Right. So, what is the party doing?
Well, we found our wizard. Just roughly, DM, how much time would have passed from us getting on the docks to this point now?
An hour or two.
Can Cletus ask Valen what it is that she took from the corpse?
It is a sentient item, and the sentient item is Netherese, and it will be able to translate Loros for me. Loros being the language of the Netherese wizards.
Sentient in what way?
Well, it can talk. It has a personality. It has a personality. It has a personality.
Talking orb, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Can we make contact with it?
She says no. I'll make contact with it, and eventually, but I'll have to reattune to it. And she seems to be, keeping it close to her, and it's almost as if she started her attunement process right now.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sharp like take one of those to be.
All right. One person can roll with advantage because everyone's all.
I've already got an advantage on that, so I could roll it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've much better insight. And we're already getting advantage.
Natural 20!
Oh, okay.
Can't get better than that.
Okay. All right. So you don't think she's being deceitful, but you can tell that she's covetous of this item. It's probably her most prized possession. But you don't think that she's lying in any way when she says everything that she has been.
And I will relay that to the party, saying she's being truthful in saying that this item is powerful and the such.
Yeah.
She's already had it once.
All right. I'm just beefing everyone up, and we'll just move as a posse. So, are you going back to the pathway, or straight in, or what's the story?
I don't understand how this wizard that we found frozen, is here in this place. The ice method told us that the wizard had a shipwreck, saw him here, saved him, then he's back there again.
Oh, the
Sofo?
Yeah, so Sofo said that this wizard swam out of the ocean, half drowned, near his jetty. And Sofo helped the wizard to dry out and recover, and then helped her on her way to try and find where the shipwreck debris would likely be, where she might be able to get gear that might help her to survive.
Oh, okay.
So she was trying to go overland to get back to the wreck of her ship.
Is there a way to store the corpse and take it with us? Do we have a bag of holding or anything like that?
You just have to check the dimensions of the bag itself. What's going to be the limit is how big the actual mouth of the bag is.
Bag holding food.
Why do you need the corpse, Ash?
I'm just thinking we could, say, when we get out of here, we could cast Speak of Dead on it for whatever reason.
Well, if you want, Cletus has a floating disc he can summon. If you want to pop the corpse on the floating disc as we walk.
That could work.
But, okay. Cletus summons his floating disc.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cletus's floating disc. So
yes.
So this floating disc of just glowing energy appears about 3 foot off the ground, and you can put the corpse on it, and the arms and legs are just hanging off the sides like a stretcher, But other than that, you can. I think it lasts for an hour or so. You can look it
Yeah,
up.
an hour.
Yeah, so and you can do that as a ritual, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so it takes 10 minutes to cast, and then you can carry the corpse on the and just float along beside you.
Ash, I hope you don't make a pattern of carrying dead bodies with us.
I know what you mean.
Does give off a rather bad vibe.
Okay, heading up. So you finally get back to the spur of ice with the ground dropping away to your left and right as you zigzag your way along the spine. Eventually, as you get higher and higher, you come up out of the mist that obscures your vision, and you see this magnificent spire in the distance.
Seeing this spire in the distance, could we gauge how large it is from where we are?
Yeah, so the spire, the mountain that it's on, is about 600 or 700 feet tall. So it's not a mountain. It's not a huge island by any means. But when you see it, you're at carved into the stone leading up to the spire are these 4-foot high steps.
These are
Oh,
giant's steps.
these are. That's an evil spire.
Yes, it is. It's Castle Greyskull. Yeah, so it's quite a bit to your 4-foot high step. It's more than half your height, so it's a bit of an exertion to get up the step. You have to put your hands at your waist level and then hoik yourself up, and then walk about 5 feet or so, and then do it again. And so,
Why is it so big?
While Sharpie is riding one of the tall folks' shoulders.
Cletus is sad to
I
say.
was going to say that.
He's sad to tell Ash his disc can't be brought more than 3 feet high, so we just have to leave the body behind and pick him up along the way.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll leave the dead body at the base of the stairs.
okay.
Can we not put it in the bag of holding?
It's so small. The bag of holding is very small, isn't it?
And it's currently containing all of our rations.
Oh, right.
Or your food.
Wait, is this the dead body of Nas?
Yeah, that we're carrying around. Ash wants him, but we're leaving him at the bottom of the stairs while we go up.
Okay, so so rising before you, a 600-foot tall mountain of glacial ice, its peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown. Weaving up the mountain's southern slope are enormous stairs hewn from the ice. These steps, which extend from the base of the mount to the base of the fortress, clearly giant-sized.
I feel like the inhabitants might be giants here.
Well,
Made
they
by giants
were,
that don't live here.
or they
Frost
were
giants
giants
that we saw.
that lived here.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Moltel, any chance of getting a lift?
By all means,
Okay.
get on.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So it's exerting and takes a long time. You probably spend an hour, more than an hour at least, travelling up this twisted spire. It's not so bad that you're at risk of getting exhausted, but it's chewing up your sort of action time for the day. You get about 200 foot from the base of the tower, and you hear this cry from above, and you see a glow from the top of the crown, and eventually these wings, probably 50 foot across, open, beat once, then twice, and then take off from the top of the tower, and you can see a glowing blue point of light, which looks like on the top of this giant eagle's back, as the giant eagle takes off for the skies.
Does it look like anything's riding it, or is it carrying anything?
Yeah, it looks like there's something riding it, with a.
Is that the eagle? The
Well,
whale
there goes the
crab?
Frost Maiden.
Yeah, that's the one the whale doesn't like.
Yeah, I could see why it doesn't like it. It's huge.
Yeah.
Bigger than that whale.
It's a good thing that it's leaving while we're going inside, I guess.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly. That's what we were planning for.
Let's keep going then.
Anytime then.
Okay, you continue to. Continue to head up until you get to the base of the tower. There's a glow on the horizon, showing that the sun is about as high as it's going to get. Far to the east. It's not risen above the Reghead Glacier, but you can tell that it's just below the horizon. I'm moving maps.
Remember, our cover story is that we're here to deliver a package to that wizard that's dead now, but that's our cover.
Right, and we have a description of this book that we're after.
We haven't asked.
Yes, Berlin, do you
on
know
the way
anything
up.
about the book?
At least describe it to us, we can find it.
Well, I think we're looking for a religious text, but I don't know what it would look like. But I'm sure we'll see it
And
once
what's its
got a
name
title.
again?
The Codicil of White. I'm adjusting everyone down to be the right size for this map.
Is this map also massive?
Yeah, we've got it's a giant-sized castle, so.
Oh, here it is. Yep.
So giveaway for this book might have a white cover.
White cover would be likely. Says
Is it a magic book? Will it like, if you detect magic, will it cast off like any magics around it?
expect so.
Okay.
She thinks it's something like a spell book, but that's coming from her perspective as a wizard, because it can cleave ice. Apparently, with limitless thickness. Okay, so you find yourselves on the last leg of this staircase. The ground drops away to the south, rises up to the north of you, and you're travelling along the pathway. You get to these large double doors. You can arrange yourselves where you want to be.
Are these double doors closed, or are they?
They are
Open.
They are closed. Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to go large.
No, why don't we knock on the door? Why don't we knock? You know, they allow visitors to enter the island. I think it's only fair. We don't want to cause a ruckus and have the whole island descend.
I was going to knock, but
Oh,
in a much bigger form, so it's allowed a knock.
oh.
You want to use my axe, my hammer to knock?
No. That will probably break these doors off that hinge, off these hinges. No, thank you.
That's ridiculous. Just knock.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going large to knock.
I'm so confused, but okay. Oh, look!
There you go. There's a little view of the castle and the pathway that's led up to it.
Okay.
All right. So as you approach the doors, Moltel, they look to be made of solid ice, and embedded in them, like a relief, are the skulls of young, smallish white dragons.
Like wormling size, or
No, probably bigger than that. Probably just the skulls themselves are as big as a person.
So adult size.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah. We don't like to talk
they're
in categories.
clearly-
Pretty big. And carved.
So they're clearly dead dragons.
Yes, skulls.
Okay, so then are there anything hanging from them, like a loop?
There's some writing carved in the lintel above the doors, but I don't know what everyone speaks.
Is it in giant?
No, it's not. Oddly.
Oh, I can speak celestial, common, giant.
None of those.
Or Sharpie. He's a magic. He's a language guy.
Sharpie.
Wait, what was that?
What languages do you?
I'm a language guy.
What languages do you speak? Read.
Giant owl, common, and half.
Okay, none of those.
Work.
Okay, definitively say that this was not written by giant owls.
Yeah.
Abyssal?
Abyssal? No, luckily.
Thieves' cant.
Has anyone got comprehend languages? That's the spell you would need.
Yeah, Cletus does.
Oh, okay. It'll take 10 minutes, but you can get out your spell.
He'll start
book.
waving his hands about.
Yep.
Yeah, take his spell book out and start trying to learn.
Okay. So you get out your spell book, and you seem to your eyes roll back in your skull. It seems as if you're doing some sort of connection with a higher power, almost like a cleric might.
A commune.
But eventually your eyes open, and you said this is, and you can say to the party, this is Dwarvish script, and it says Grimskala.
Oh, Dwarvish.
Knowledge.
I read Dwarvish as well.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, I will continue on with the plan. And how far up are these loops for the basically door knocks?
About 15 foot high.
Oh, I can reach that easily then, because in my large form, I'm double my size. So
okay, so you're gonna buff up, are you?
Yep, just so I can knock on the door.
Okay. All right. So get up, knock on the door. Doof, doof, doof. And after a few moments, you hear footsteps approaching.
I look down at everyone and go, prepare yourselves. Just don't look threatening, but prepare yourselves.
The door opens,
Oh, that's not a dwarf.
and a frost giant
Good one,
appears. And there's this enormous frost giant in front of you. He's stooped with old age, and it looks like he's using this giant tree trunk as a walking stick.
I'll talk to him in Giant and go, greetings. We are of the Luskan Deliverers. We've told to deliver a package to this isle. Could we come in for some shelter?
Okay, he listens to you. He sort of cocks an ear and seems to be squinting, squinting off into the distance, and then says, "Sorry, what did you say? Who are you? What are you here for?" Slower than that, obviously. It's in Giantish, but he's trying to speak Common.
Well, my name's Maltel, Ravensword. I'm of the Luskan Deliverers. We've been told to deliver a package here. Could we enter your home for some shelter for the night?
He looks down at you. Can you roll a deception, please?
Did Mortel say that last bit in common?
I would have said it in common, yeah.
Okay, so we understand. Okay. I mean, everyone else understands.
He sort of looks down at you, looks from one to the other, and he says, "You are not of Aurils." He pronounces it the old school way, and seems to whisper to himself in Giant. Does anyone speak Giant?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I think Threads also speaks Giant as well.
Yeah, Threads does.
Okay, so you see this guy whisper to himself in Giant, "Death, we meet at last." And he hefts up this tree trunk and goes to pound you into the ice with it, Maltel.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you are big.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing this because of my alert feat, my battle axe just comes out almost like second nature.
Okay, alright. So I'll get everyone to roll initiative. Maltel, you won't be surprised by this, so you might actually beat him to the attack, and then we'll kick into everybody else.
Let's roll something to see if we predict it, because we're all watching it.
Yeah. Roll to see when you go in the round, obviously.
Natural 20 for sharp. So he's attacking us because we don't seem like we're Auril worshippers.
Who knows?
He does. We should ask him.
What's the beat?
Oh my god, look at all these threads also. Big rolls, guys.
Threads, is your initiative what? You should have more than +1 initiative.
No.
Open.
What's your dex modifier?
Yeah, what is your dex modifier?
It's +4, isn't it?
You find that Threads seems to be as if she's quite sluggish. There's something affecting her that's affecting her reflexes.
Okay.
Bear in mind, remember that she also is exhausted, the only one who's exhausted from the underwater trip.
Fair.
Does she have a negative dex? Does that will affect her aim and stuff?
That doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. Oh no.
It's good to know though.
Silly question, DM, but
Yeah.
would digging out that wizard count as a short rest, or
No.
No, we haven't actually had a short rest.
No short rest.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone's got their initiative in there. So I'm going to now sort it. Sharpie. Oh, I haven't actually put its guard in there. I'll manually chuck him in. Okay, so Sharpie, you're at the door and you see him pick up his hammer and his tree trunk and about to pound somebody, batter up, but you're so quick that you can dart in there and do something. You can act. What do you want to do?
Right. Walking in just around the corner, trying not to get stomped on.
Yep, now you can walk through his square, can you? That's the halfling thing?
Halfling.
Yep, okay. So you nip around past his feet and then what? Stab him?
I will actually use my bonus action to disengage. Just
Okay.
move a bit further.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yes, I will stab him. Throw a knife at him.
Ugly.
Psychic knife.
Okay.
21.
That hits.
13.
Okay. The dagger sinks in. It does psychic damage, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so he grips his mind, grips his head. And we move on to threads. What do you want to do?
Am I right next to him?
No, you're
I'm like 10 feet away.
Yeah, there's 5 foot between you and him, so you're too close to do anything else. To do any... No, sorry. You're within his melee range, within his reach. You know that his tree trunk can hit you from where you are.
Okay, so if I try to move back, he's gonna be able to hit me.
You think, yeah, you're clever enough to figure out that you're in free strike range if you move away further than this.
Okay, I move forward.
Yep.
And I attack twice with my short swords.
Okay.
First one to hit.
Now you find, guys, you observing threads that she's flailing away with these swords as if she's never held one before.
It's not obvious so far.
Make an insight check or something.
Yeah, well, that's pretty obvious that she's okay, but she jumps in and thrusts in and stabs the thing. Threads, can you roll damage? Okay, you stab into it. Left hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a miss. Okay.
Sorry, that's the damage. Wait a second, I haven't rolled the second one yet.
Oh, okay.
Second one. Yeah, I think that hits.
Oi, good one. So 2 hits.
Same damage.
Okay.
Threads on inexpert mode seems pretty good so far.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Any other movement you want to do, Threads?
Well, nope. I think that's it.
Okay. Sorry, Ash Louise.
An action, I will use my Channel Divinity and make a 30-foot sphere of night or twilight around myself.
Okay. All right.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon and strike the giant.
Spiritual weapon. Okay, go for it. Roll to hit. What did you get?
24, 5 force damage, I think.
Okay. It all adds up. Anything else from you?
I'll move back a tiny bit, and can I make an insight check to see what's up with threads?
That's an action.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
That's me. Done.
Okay. So then Ertgard goes with his mattock, and he smashes down on you, Moltel.
He can certainly try.
Yeah, he has a crack, but I think a 17's not going to hit.
Nope.
Okay, he's going to have another go. This time 23.
Yeah, that would hit. That hits.
Okay, he does 17 damage.
Oh.
And he calls out in giant to you, Moltel, "Fight me!" Moltel, it's you. What do you want to do?
Quick question.
Yeah.
What's your rules on drinking potions?
It takes an action.
In action.
Yep.
Right. I'm going to drink the potion of giant strength.
Okay.
So it boosts my strength to 23 for an hour.
Nice. Okay. And you do still get a bonus action if there's any bonus actions.
I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
so I can attack him. And I'm going to attack him twice.
Go for it.
A 19 to hit.
That's it. You get through the giant's armor. Damage?
13 damage total on that one hit.
Okay. You get a second attack.
A 13 to hit.
13 misses.
But no, not yet.
Anything else?
Bonus action, I'm going to second wind myself as the
Okay.
bonus action.
Okay, so get a bit of healing back. Cletus.
Cletus seeing giants fight, he's going to take a few more steps back. And he is going to throw his hands out and cast Eldritch Blast at the giant. For a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
15 hits and then a 20 to hit. So I'll roll the damage now. 9 plus 10, 19 points of damage.
19. My god. What's this?
And Cletus will yell out, "Give the giants room to battle!" And then he's just gonna book it a little bit more that way.
Okay. Okay. That's it then. So Jacus.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 1 square forward and I'm gonna take out my lance
Okay.
and attack him with 18 to hit.
18 is a hit.
And once that hits, I'm gonna you wanted to meet that, right? Here I am. Try to scare him. You have to do DC 14 wisdom save, or be scared, or be frightened.
Oh. Okay. Okay, he's afeared.
And he takes 16 damage on the first attack.
Wow. Minus 16. Okay. That was with a lance, and you get a second attack, I believe.
Yep. 20.
20 hits.
7 for the second one.
Okay. Now I've got Valin Harpel in there as well. So she goes and pulls out a wand, casts a spell, 2 magic missiles sail into this creature, doing some damage to it. That's her up. Sharpie, what do you want to do?
Alright, how injured is this giant looking?
Badly injured.
Alright, so Sharpie's going to lead these guys to it. He's going to take a bit of a step forward so you can see.
Yep.
Telepathic, you link to Threads, Jackus, and Moltel.
Okay.
And just move up and stealth next to this door if you can. And basically just keep watch for whoever else is coming.
Alright.
21 stealth will do fine.
Cool. This door here, it looks open.
He will just have a peek through if he can.
It's this one here. Can you make it to look around the door?
Yeah, so I've just moved myself in and back. And I'll just report back to the 3 I've telephoned link said corridors are clear, doesn't look like there's anyone coming to help.
Okay. So that gives you a bit of visibility there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's a giant wooden stool. Looks like a giant-sized bed in this room. A chest. And a pile of furs.
And those furs for ages.
Yep. Okay, and otherwise, other than that, you're stealthed. Threads, what do you want to do?
Sorry, did I miss something where there's another... Like Cletus said there's another giant?
Oh, he means motel.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
You're standing next to it.
Yes.
You're sandwiched behind between 3 just huge creatures.
So,
Get out of there, Threads! You're squishy.
Yeah, Threads is like, I'll leave this to the giants and edge on up this way.
you won't be able to go through his square because he's occupying there, but you would be able to disengage and move back through your pals to go over further back if you want.
Yeah, okay, I do that.
Okay.
Was I here?
Yes. 2, 3. Yep. Okay. Cool.
I think that's it. Yep. Okay.
Okay. All right. Ash Louise.
Ooh, let me roll that last at 10 HP. I hope you people have been noticing. I just pop it in like...
That for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does Velen get a turn?
She had a turn.
She did a magic missile at the end of the round. We're right at the top of 2 now.
He also gets 9. How injured is the giant? Again, badly hurt, right?
Badly injured, yeah.
Okay, as an action, I will toll the dead on him.
Okay. He has to save versus Con, is it?
Wisdom, I think.
Wisdom. He gets a 16.
Okay, he passes.
Yeah, okay.
But my weapon will slash him again.
Oh yeah, roll a hit with this hovering sword.
$20 to hit.
20 hits. Damage.
Another 5.
Ooh. Okay. And then he goes. Okay, this time he swings at you, Jacus. Hitting armor class 22.
At disadvantage.
Because of the fear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll again. Armor class 15, is that a miss?
Yep.
Okay. Now, is, what am I thinking? Is that disadvantage just to hit you or to hit anyone?
Anyone, as long as it's within... I'm in his line of sight.
Okay. This time he's going to try and hit your wolf. 18 for the first one and then 17. So both that's going to hit. And does 29 damage to Ice.
Oh my god.
29? Oh. He's out.
So Ice gets...
Have HP as well.
Ice gets sent back to the celestial plane, dumping Jacus on the ground. Jacus, I'll give you a animal handling check to land on your feet, not be prone. No, 9 wouldn't have helped. He would still be gone. Okay, cool. So that means you're not prone. We're in a happy place. That's Urtgard having done. Mortel.
I will continue my barrage of attacks on him.
Barrage. Okay. What do you got?
A 19.
19 hits.
Could you please make a strength saving throw, please? Because I'm activating my fire rune.
Okay. Strength saving throw. 16.
Yeah, he passed it, but he still takes the extra fire damage. So that one hit did 17 damage.
Nice one. Anything else? Second attack?
Yes, second attack. 22 to hit.
That hits.
For another 8 damage.
Alright, he's now critically injured. I'm going to have to do a save versus the fear. I think he gets a save each turn too. And which he fails, so he's still afraid.
The fear, I think this one is until the end of my next turn.
Oh, it's just a one full round sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Cletus.
Cletus, seeing the giant on his last leg, is going to come forward and go pew with his Eldritch Blast.
Oh, nice one.
For a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And a 29 to hit.
That's critical, and
yeah.
You double dice for that second one.
Sorry, I don't know. Wait, so the 15 does 11 damage? And the 29... Oh, it's...
Okay, so 2 massive Eldritch Blasts come sailing past the party through the doorways, clocking this guy in the face, and he drops. Moltel, you almost see that his final look on his face is relief as Tim falls like a giant tree that's just been felled.
Well, he obviously wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. I think we gave him that. So that's it. That's us out of initiative on that?
It is, yeah.
Well, Mortel will shrink back to his normal size but that potion lasts an hour, so
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Jackal is gonna check the giant for anything valuable.
Okay.
Cletus is gonna grab Threads before she starts walking, and he's gonna be like, "Come here, Threads. Come here. Come here." He's gonna pull her. He's gonna drag her over to Ash.
Okay.
Great.
The giant's got 4 gold rings on it. I'll paste that into the chat so you can, if you want to take them and put them into the bag.
Oh, 5 for giants.
Yeah.
Cletus will talk to Ash. Ash,
Cletus, your Nina is showing.
it's not Nina, it's Cletus.
Cletus, you need it.
And now you find out why they were.
Yeah. Ash, did you see something weird about Threads?
Yes, she acted like she'd never handled a sword before.
Ash, are you?
I am, but I take your point. Did she touch the mage's corpse? Maybe that's what's happening here.
I don't think Threads did. Did I? I don't think so.
You
It's
don't.
good we keep
you
an eye
don't-
out for this girl.
You don't recall any her touching the corpse at all? No.
By the way, can I just hear you guys whispering like right in front of me?
Yeah.
We're not whispering.
You're right there. You came over to have this, be part of this chat.
We're not whispering. We're just like trying to figure out why you're so weird today.
Oh, look, Cletus, Ash, I'm freezing cold, I'm soaking wet, I'm just exhausted, you know? Yeah, you know, what to expect? We were swimming, there were like weird sharks, and now there's the Auril. I don't know, I'm just exhausted.
Sorry, Threads. Let's go inside, away from the cold.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it's still cold in here too.
Is it still cold in here? Yeah.
It's cold everywhere.
Okay.
Just before I enter the cabin or the castle, I'd like to take a lock of hair off this giant as a sign of respect as a fellow warrior.
Okay.
Just and tie it into my braids.
Should we push him off the cliff? So
Well, it's a long way down, isn't it? So, should we do that?
well, do we want him here in the middle of the hall?
How about we have a look at this place first, then see if we want to push him off? This place looks pretty deserted. Like that guy's room is just here, and nobody else is coming to help him.
Let's explore this castle.
Okay. Now, how long does your large size last?
Would have lasted that entire combat, and I said after combat that I would shrink down.
Cool. Done. Threads. You hear a squawk and a squeak, and you look down, and at your hip, Dawn is attacking the weasel.
I frantically kind of bat Dawn away, like shoo, no, he's my new friend.
Okay. Can you just roll a d20 for me? Where are we?
Oh, sorry, I don't know why. Yeah.
Does it sound
you got
like
it.
threats in her mind?
You can't
Is this
hear.
spring-
You can't hear her in her mind. She's talking telepathically is something that you actively do.
Is this spring threads, by the way? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I forget now. It was the same as last week. There's not been a new
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it's spring threads.
Okay.
So I'll ask Threads what's wrong, psychically.
Can I see you? Like, where are you?
He's up there.
Down the corridor.
Are you hiding, or are you just stood there?
He's basically, we're in the castle. He's just looking around.
Yeah, he's just up the passage. Can you roll 2 more D20s threads?
D20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The Dawn tries to attack the weasel and misses. The weasel attacks back and gives Dawn a bit of a nip.
I go up to Velen and I say, I think Threads has been possessed or is being influenced, possibly by the spirit of the dead wizard. I don't know, but she's not acting like herself.
So I would like to send Dawn away, like just to, because I say it's important for my new friend to be kind of protected and stuff. She just lost her. If it's the familiar of the
Yep, the weasel
wizard. Yeah, so that's like, I say to Dawn I want the weasel to kind of have some comfort, so I send her off to go around the area and check that there's nothing coming.
All right, so Dawn goes to the entrance and sort of takes flight and circles overhead above the castle.
How heavy is the weasel?
Like a cat. It's like a small cat.
Is it like more than 5 pounds?
No, probably about 5 pounds.
Okay. It's good for future reference.
Yeah.
What's this? We can check
Yes.
for about
So it hasn't been searched, Jacques, but it looks like it's the room of a sleeping area of a single giant, or living quarters.
Can check for anything valuable or important. Noticeable.
Yeah, okay. So amongst all the furs, you find quite a bit of treasure. In fact, it looks like of various size, various shapes, and stamped with, so coming from various lands. And it's been heaped up into in different layers on the rugs, different types of coin. Maybe more than 1,000 gold, more than 5,000 silver, maybe 10,000 copper.
He'll bring back the bag of holding for that.
Oh shit!
Serious money.
Yeah. Yep.
Sharpie looked at this room, this corner room, right? And that's the one where he said...
So the one where Jacques just was the one.
Okay, this door's open. Okay.
There's also a jug, an urn, with it's odd because while there's a stopper on top, like one of those regular fat urns with a tiny little neck, it's also got about 10 other stoppers all around it.
Can I check if it's empty or there's something inside?
Can you roll a d10?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You pull one of the corks and sniff it, and it smells like wine.
Ooh.
This cork is green. They're all different colours.
I'll try it. I'll drink some of it.
Yep. Lovely. Cool and refreshing wine.
I'll offer some to the group if they want to taste it.
It'll be good to keep us warm. Cletus will share some wine with Velen, who seems to be struggling to stay warm.
Okay. Yep, Velen will have a sip.
I ask Veland, do you have any idea where the codicil might be?
There must be. This all looks like simple rooms. There must be something grander here, maybe higher up in the keep. Auril took off from the very top of the tower, and we've just come at the very bottom.
There's stairs up to the right, left here.
Okay. Velen will true.
I appear to have come to another set of steps.
Down or up?
Looks like going down.
Okay. Right, so from where you are, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, so the first one, Sharpie, that you went into, the first room. Hang on, I'll just turn this sound down. We're no longer in a fight. Okay. That room that you went into, Sharpie, had stairs going up. It's an immense hall, 30 foot long, 10 foot wide, 10 foot high dining table. From that description, I thought it was going to be room, but just the table is that size. The table is carved from ice, and there's dozen blocks of ice around it. Each block is about 10 foot tall. There's bugles made of hollowed out mammoth tusks on the wall, and a staircase of ice leading from further up. That was the area to the west that you're just looking into, Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
The room to the north, Moltel, that you've gone into is a half round room, so you come into the flat area, and it looks like the door's been smashed down. There's 6 slender gargoyle-like creatures made of ice on ledges high up, similar to the one that you saw, and the ledges protrude from the wall of this semicircular chamber. Near the back wall, the mist that blankets the floor flows down to a staircase made of polished ice. And as you come in, all of these 6 ice mephits, they are regarding you from above, just watching.
I'll do nothing to harm them, just keep an eye out on them, basically. And I want to explore these stairs and go down if possible.
Okay. All right. Everybody else, you see Moltel head down the stairs. Do you want to follow or wait for him?
Well, I want to talk to Velen.
Okay. Have a quick...
Telepathically to Sharpie, I go, what's the range on this?
As far as I can tell, it's about 1.5 kilometers. So, just yell out if you're in trouble. Don't go too far, because we want to go up, I think.
Exactly. I'll let you guys know if there's anything of importance down there.
Okay.
Via this telepathic link.
And I tell the rest of the group, we'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Can I telepathically talk to Sharpie?
Yep. Go for it, Ash, and then I can describe what Moltel sees.
I just want to say to Sharpie, like, I think something is up with Threads. Like, she's not acting like her usual self. Because she wouldn't bat away one like that.
Agreed. She's not Threads. But
Are you able to?
She won't talk to me mind to mind, so I can't tell unless she actually says something.
Can you tell Velen, or do we not trust her either?
There's no harm in telling her, I don't think. Velen at least has been straight with her info.
Thread, stand still. Stand still. And then you see Cletus take out his magic book, spell book, and he's gonna, while they're having that conversation, Cletus gonna try and identify Threads.
What are you doing, Cletus? What is that?
Identifying who you are. Don't you?
What?
Just trust me.
I'm Threads.
Don't you want to know who you are, Threads?
Well, I'm clearly some sort of fae. You know, I thought we already knew that.
Threads, I'll be honest here. We're really worried about you. We think there's a spell on you. Can you let me finish Can I finish my identify on you and see if I can pick up anything?
Identify works on items.
What?
Creatures is different to that.
Can I cast detect magic on Threads?
Yeah, you can cast it.
Okay.
But you
switch it up.
Threads will have to agree to it. It takes 10 minutes to...
Yeah.
Can you send the description? Just getting curious.
It's just seeing what's magical in the area. Doesn't identify work on humanoids? Is creature different to humans?
Identify?
Yeah. If you instead touch a creature...
Right, I'm just scrolling back to where you loaded up.
I'll reload it again.
Identify.
It's the most...
You touch one object. You're not an object.
No, if you instead touch one, look at the last sentence.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I missed it. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so you could use identify on a creature instead of detect magic in that case. Stick with what you were going to do in the first place.
Yeah. Can I stick to identify for Threads?
Yep.
If Threads allows me.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the description. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, so that's going to take 10 minutes to do, so I'm going to switch back to Moltel. Moltel. Sharpie, you can see, is in contact with you. You come down to descend this wide staircase down to that spirals downwards. It goes some fair way, and you spend a couple of minutes descending. Eventually, it opens up into a small alcove from the scale of this place. The alcove is probably 30 foot across, but it opens into an area that's absolutely massive. And there's this huge creature in the middle of this, what looks like an ice rink. Looks like a walrus, but it's 3 meters long.
I'd like to enter the room.
Okay.
And try and avoid this walrus as best as I can.
Okay.
I'll send that. I'll say to Sharpie that there is a walrus creature down here.
Mm-hmm.
Does it appear to be hostile, or is it just there?
It seems to be enjoying rolling and sliding around on the ice, paying you little heed.
I'll say to Sharpie, doesn't look threatening. I'm going to continue on.
I've got to be at the staircase anyway.
Okay.
Case.
But
Yeah,
as you move off the staircase, you find it's incredibly slippery, and you need to roll a dexterity acrobatics check.
Natural 1!
So you slip over, but in doing so, you skate her out like Bambi and go sliding across the ice. And this walrus does its like like a maggot, sort of pulsing along the ice towards you, and then looks at you.
I look up at it and go, hello!
It speaks in giant to you and says one word: food, food.
I will get out one of my rations then and give it to it.
Okay. It's sort of the tusks on the thing are probably 7 foot long, taller than you. But it's like feeding a hippo. But you put a bit in there and it sort of chews a little bit and then sort of spits it out. I suppose the rations might be dried knucklehead. That's probably the most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, he chews it up.
Does this satisfy you?
It says, more food for feed me. I am a Kuma.
Hello, Akuma. I am Montel. And I will give him another ration.
Okay, all right. It's taking a decent amount, pulling a piece of ration is not really gonna. He probably wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah, no, I'm giving him like the whole ration.
Yeah, okay. All right. So he's had 2 days worth of rations, and he's gobbling them up, and seems appreciative.
I will get up to my feet and try my best to stay standing, and ask Akuma, how long has he been down here?
Days, months.
Months, you say? Would you like to see the outside world again?
Happy here, and he starts pulsing around and sliding.
Well, can I leave you be and explore these other parts of this chamber?
Feel free. Those places go to other worlds. And he nods off towards the doors, the 4 doors, and nods to the north and says, "Therein lies Grimskala, Vesaviken."
That chamber.
Yep.
I would like to try to make my way over there by sliding, if I can.
Okay. Can you do it? Can you do another dex check? Acrobatics.
That's an 8.
All right. And then roll a d8 for me.
before.
Okay, you go scooching off to the west, to the east instead of to the north. Do you want to try? Do you want to try again?
Could I ask Akuma for some assistance to get me to the to the chambers?
Okay, Okuma will be like a snowplow and push you.
That's so cute.
So I take it all this floor is very slippery still.
No, once you get past the doorway, there's some alcoves and then a triangular shaped room with a door, and on the door, flanking the door, are bas reliefs of two giantesses holding great axes, and there's runes in giant carved on the door's surface.
Well, I can read giants, so what do they say?
They say, "In ice and blood our folk are born. To our great queen we raise our horn. We'll fight and plunder in the morn. To Vasaviken we are sworn." I'll post it into the chat for everyone.
Because I'll be relaying what I'm seeing down here to Sharpie and him to the rest of the party, hopefully.
Okay.
I would like to try and enter this door, if I can.
Okay.
To go into other worlds without people.
Yeah.
We would like at some point.
It swings open. Can you roll initiative?
Oh,
God, no!
that's what happens when you go off on your own.
Well, after being on Zora Malta.
Okay. So what we'll do is I'll get everyone to roll initiative because you're all going to be able to get an alert from Sharpie. Hang on, let me just clean out the turn order. Okay, it's clear now.
Oh yeah, I rolled the same initiative.
Okay, is everyone in there? Let me know if you're not. Is probably better.
I don't think I'm in there. I have a 9.
Okay. Just click on yourself and add it in until it goes in properly. You might not have clicked on your token.
And now I've got nat 20, of course.
Nice one. Okay.
Everybody had their temp HP from before.
How long does that last?
Yep.
8 hours.
Okay.
That's good.
You know, temp HP is until a long rest, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You can only have one source at a time, but I think temp HP is until a long rest.
Okay. Moltel, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take the disengage action and close the door behind me and
Okay. And do your movement then.
$30 from there, because that's my movement.
Okay.
And I'll be shouting in my mind to Sharpie.
Yep.
Frost giant skeletons! Frost giant skeletons! Run! Run!
Okay, Ash Louise.
Can I see these skeletons?
No, you guys are up the top, and you're probably
Yeah,
a
so we
couple of rounds away. I just need to know if you're heading down to him or doing something else.
I will just say, Sharpie, do you want us to come down or what?
Sharpie is just down the corridor from you, so
Yeah.
he's just relaying.
Oh, right.
What do you want to do, Ash?
Oh. I look around, like, are we gonna fight them here? Or...
You're in a different floor of the castle.
Yeah, but is he... I say back to him, like, are you luring them up here, or...
He hasn't said anything to me yet.
No. Yes, it's Wile E. Coyote style. He's running on ice. Eventually takes off.
I'll go towards him.
Okay, so
I'll just move my...
you just
30
dash. Yep. Jacus.
dash, just the 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Jacus.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. If Sharpie already told us that
Yeah.
trouble,
Assume you know that. Moltel has encountered frost giant skeletons.
I'm gonna take out my warhammer, keep my lance, and just move forward
Okay.
towards where Motel is.
Okay. Just gonna symbolize your movement. Okay. Right. Moltel. Where are we? There you are. Thing 1 comes in, stops there, and whacks at you with a armor class 28.
Wow.
Doing 26 damage.
Wow.
28? Damn.
It whacks at you again with an 11. And then step.
That one I deflect.
Okay, and then it steps back. This one here comes in and takes a whack. It's a bit of a choke point though, any further back. Attacks again, critical. Natural 20. I don't think I can. Yeah, okay, so that's going to do 17 plus, so 38 plus 40, 49 damage with that one hit. Does 49 put you down?
I'm on death saves now.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, he hits you again with his second attack.
Oh my god.
I'll tell out there in the first place.
Okay.
Well, that would be an automatic hit anyway, an automatic critical. So
Oh, it's just an automatic 2 death saves. Threads, what do you want to do? Sharpie, you lose contact.
So whereabouts is the staircase?
Down. It's actually I can.
Right next to where Sharpie is.
Yeah, right next to where Sharpie was. So Moltel, it's here. here, and the 3 others are a bit further back. So Ash and Sharpie are at the staircase. Jackus is just sort of dashed down the staircase, and you 3, the Ranger and the 2 spellcasters, are further back. What do you want to do?
I move up near the stairs.
Yep, okay.
And I ready an arrow.
Okay.
If anything comes up the stairs.
Sharpie.
All right. Double move down the stairs, or at least, or move until I can see what's happening.
Yep,
Yes.
okay.
Is Velen in initiative?
She's not. Hang on, I'll just throw her in there. Ooh, Velen. At her turn. So she'll move up as well to be with the rest and move at the pace that you move. Not lagging behind, but also not being a hero either. Okay. So that was Sharpie, is that right? You're done? Just a dash, wasn't
Well,
it?
where did I go? I don't.
Oh yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, and I can move. I can move further if I need to.
Oh, I see.
Know where I am.
Yeah, okay, so you dash and get to the bottom of some stairs, and you can see this enormous walrus plugging a hole in the cavern. The butt of a walrus. Its head is poking through a 10-foot wide passage.
Cool. How much movement did that use?
60.
All right, so you're just going to move here so we can see what's going on. It's 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. You can't see past the walrus.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Its blubber makes an excellent vacuum seal on this passage. That was Sharpie. Cletus.
It's gonna follow the crowd. It's gonna go 30 feet.
Okay. So 30 foot gets you to the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Jackus and Sharpie have already dashed down there.
Oh, Jackus is not in this room. Okay.
No.
Well, I'm still on the first floor.
Okay. Cletus will go down. He'll use his his action to dash and go down stairs.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is you're not quite at the bottom of the stairs, but you're halfway down it.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in there, but I'll put you sort of further back so that to simulate that you've got a bit more to travel to get to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Moltel, all important saving throw. First thing, before you... Oh, was that it there? Was it the 3?
Yep.
Oh no! Okay.
But what's your con?
I was on. I failed 2 death saving throws because of that hit, and anything below 10
It's a fail.
is a fail.
What's your constitution
It
modifier?
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter with death saves.
Oh, you don't add it. Sorry. Oh,
He gets to
God.
add 1 cloak and that's it.
He's had one what, sorry?
We've got a cleric who has diamonds.
We shall see.
You do.
Moltel, so that's your turn. Ash Louise.
I will use my 30 foot of movement to go down there. And what can I see?
Okay, so 30 foot down the stairs brings you... So I'm scooching across a huge map here. You can see the bottom of a staircase, and you're level with Cletus, but you can't see out onto the stairs yet. You'll just have to simulate. We're just simulating that you're, off screen a little, partway up a staircase. That's with your. If you dash, you'll get to the bottom of the stairs.
Fine, I'll dash.
Okay, so you're now at the bottom of the stairs. That gets you there, and you can see Sharpie. I'm trying to next to this huge grey walrus type thing, and he's over on some slippery ice. Sharpie, we better just check if you're prone or not. Can you roll a dexterity, acrobatics?
Sure, dexterity will be fine. That is an 8.
Oh, okay. So you get out there, but you slip over, so you're just on your butt prone. That's all. Just I guess that's slow, and that means Ash, when you get down, you see that Sharpie's prone. Prone as in he's just slipped on ice, so you can tell without having to experience it yourself that this is basically like a giant smooth ice rink. And that's your turn. You dashed, unless you want to do a bonus action.
I'll just shout out to Sharpie. Where is he?
Sharpie will just... he's kind of busy, but
Yeah.
behind the walrus.
Okay, Jackus.
As I'll move up to where Ash is, right before the ice, it's the pretty ice thing.
Yep. Okay, so I'll go get you. It's a dash to get to the slippery ice.
Can my action be? Can I have a bonus action or a free action to wear the buttons?
That would be your action, putting them on. So we'll put you halfway up the stairs rather than at the base. You wouldn't be able to dash.
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay, so you're sitting on the halfway up the stairs, sitting there, getting your crampons on, your ice shoes, and
Shoes, yeah.
then we go to Velin, who also dashes down the stairs. She gets down to the bottom, standing next to Ash. Right. You hear some... Sharpie, you hear some pounding thuds on ice.
Oh, no.
Threads, what do you want to do?
I follow them down.
Yeah, okay. You also... How fast do you move, by the way? You work quicker? I can't remember.
30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
30 feet?
Yep, so you get down the stairs and to an ice rink, and yeah, where Velin and Ash Louise are. Sharpie.
Sharpie will talk to Akuma. Hey, Akuma, can you move out the way? We need to get our friend back. And he's going to try and stand up and squeeze past Akuma when Akuma moves.
Okay. Okay. Akuma you see this thing sort of wriggle back a little bit, and it pokes its head out, and you see these 7-foot long tusks. And it says, "Oh, hello." And he sort of
hi.
lifts his head
friends.
up. Yeah, lifts his head up enough that you can still have half your movement rate to move past. But before you move, I need you to do your acrobatics check. Oh,
8.
okay. If you want to, you can still try to get about 10 foot. It's not you're crawling on ice.
Can I... Basically, he just wants to go up there and see what's in there.
Oh, so you see an empty room, blood all over the floor, and a completely dead Moltel.
Alright, Meltor's there, he's gone. Can't see what beat him up. They've obviously gone back in. This is telepathically to Ash. Oh, sorry, to Threads and Jekyll's.
Okay.
And that would be me. Actually,
Done?
I can bonus action, so he is just going to walk. No, he's not. He'll just struggle back a bit so other people move if they need to.
Okay. Moltel? No, sorry. To rubbing salt in. Ash. Oh no, Moltel. Moltel. People who are deceased or on death saves still get an action. This is a new thing I'm trying out. That I've. What I want to know is, what is Moltel's biggest regret in life as he just passes beyond the veil?
Could we go into the cone of silence for this one?
Oh, okay. Moltel, where are you? Yep, you're in the cone of silence. Okay, Moltel.
Mortel's biggest regret is not spending enough time with his brother.
Oh, okay.
You might have noticed my secondary character in the D&D
Yep.
Beyond campaign. That's
Right.
Mortel's brother.
Okay. And what class is he?
Sorcerer.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll shift us. Oh, you can shift yourself back, I guess. From
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to hear that because it's...
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Great.
All good.
Okay, everyone. Moltel's going beyond the veil, going into the light, and Ash, what do you want to do?
I think you skipped Cletus.
Did I? Where are you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did. Oh, yeah. Cletus, sorry.
So Jackus, did you tell Cletus anything?
Yeah, Moltel's in trouble. We lost contact with him.
So you told Cletus what Sharpie saw, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Then Cletus is he's gonna put his hands on you and he's gonna cast fly on you and he's gonna tell you, go get Mortel's body. Go get Mortel's body.
Okay. So you cast a fly spell?
Yeah, onto Jackus.
Okay.
What is flying? Okay. What's like movement speed now?
60. And you're flying, so you might be able to just fly over Ukuma. And then the rest of the movement Cletus will come down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Akuma sort of shuffles back a little bit and says, "Oh, there's more of you." Oh, oh. Otherwise, that's it. Jackus.
Fly.
I haven't gone.
Oh, oh, I see. Ash, you didn't go. Is that right?
Yes.
Because I jumped back to Cletus. Okay.
Okay. How far is... I can just about see his body, actually, just from on this map. Do I see him in the game?
No, you don't. The you can't actually see past this point, but it's actually here that the wall goes to. He's 5 foot down the passage.
Okay. As an action, I will use my flight ability.
Okay.
Oh no, that's bonus action. So
Bonus
okay,
action.
as a bonus action, I use night,
Okay.
and I gain a fly speed equal to my walking speed, and I will go 30 feet into the corridor there.
All right. So you lift up off the ground, arms out to the stretch outside, toes pointing at the ground, and drift off to Moltel.
can I grab him and drag him out as my action movement? My dash.
Yes, you can take him with you, and your action is to dash.
And I go, Sharpie, get him to block the corridor.
Frost Giants looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Oh, did I see anything in there with 300 feet dark vision? Like when I was in there
No. There's a triangular shaped room with the door closed.
Okay, fantastic.
Sharpie just keeps watch. Says thanks to Akuma.
Okay. Valin doesn't have any action to do, but she'll move probably 10 foot up the stairs, just out of
Oh,
fight.
it's Jakus's turn, isn't it?
Jakus.
Yep. Just got a flag. Stand,
Okay. Yep.
stand guard.
Hang on.
Action.
Just standing guard, are you? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Valin, so she's doing that. Cool. Threads.
I'd like to drag Moltel's body up the stairs.
Okay, so you can start to drag Moltel's body up.
Yeah.
That'll be, let's treat it as half speed, so you can get up to a dash. So drag him halfway up the stairs by that point.
Yep.
Sharpie?
Basically just keeping watch with Jakus.
Okay.
Thanking Akuma.
And Cletus. We're not actually in combat right now, so
He'll just stay on the stairs.
yeah.
He'll
Okay.
just stay where he is. He can't do anything.
Okay. Moltel, Ash.
I will say to Akuma, would you mind kindly blocking up that corridor? And then I run up, I float up the stairs with my 30 feet movement. And then, as an action, I will cast Revivify, taking some gems out.
Okay. So that'll take consume a 300 gold piece gem. And Moltel did,
Yes,
did die within the last minute, I think it is. He's not so badly damaged that he can't be, like he's not decapitated or anything, so his body is still intact. And you are, to everyone's amazement, Moltel suddenly inhales and his eyes open.
I take out some diamonds and put them on his chest and go, no, not this time. And they will glow with a silver and gold light and shatter and turn to dust.
All right.
He gasps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck, that was close.
Revivify. Excellent 5e edition. Okay.
Right. Don't go down the corridor to the north.
Like we didn't know. Montel.
Threads, what's happening up there?
You don't get any response, Sharpie.
Okay.
Are we still in combat?
No.
Okay. DM, can I ask if Cletus was able to finish his 10-minute ritual cast of Identify on Threads?
Oh, yeah, you were. There's no spell affecting threads.
Okay.
The weasel let threads only handle the spell book, right?
The weasel didn't
That's
really let threads handle the spell book. I think the weasel actively tried to stop Cletus touching it, and then threads. It didn't. It allowed threads to pick it up and put it in her backpack or whatnot. But
Yeah.
that was on the party's request to ask Threads to open it and have a look, if I remember.
So Threads was able to open it. The wizard let Threads open it, but the wizard didn't let Cletus open it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I mind link to Sharpie? Are we connected still? Or?
No, I don't believe we ever were.
Oh, okay.
Went inside when I threw out my other last one.
No.
I see.
Should we take a break?
Puppy is going to come back upstairs.
We should go upstairs and take a short rest or something.
I have the perfect spell for that.
Oh, great. let's go upstairs.
Yeah, let's get some heals.
Yes.
Wait, so what Mortelsa was? A skeleton? Frost giants? Like undead?
Yes.
Do you think the frost giant in the entrance might turn into one?
Doubtful.
Okay. Let's keep an eye out in case.
It's still got meat on it and turn into a zombie.
Sharpie, when you ask Akuma to block up the entrance, he says, "Oh, I don't know about that. Those
That was Ash.
Ash, Vesavikan's bodyguards are powerful and attack anything that opens those doors and goes through. I don't really want to cross them."
Since Ash is gone, Sharpie said, "That's fine. I think they're not coming out again. You can just continue playing."
Yep. Okay.
Thanks for letting us get our friend.
Oh, he fed me. Okay, it's just gone. It's almost 11. I think. What do you want to do? Do you want to press on to sort of 11:30 like normal? Which case we'll take a 5 minutes. Meet up back at 11.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's 10:55. Meet up back in 5 minutes. Okay, we're back in business. So, who were the two? It was Sharpie and Ash that were down with Akuma, right?
No, I was up the stairs.
Oh, you were up there casting. Sharpie.
It was
and
Jackers. It was Jackers.
Yes. So you turn to head up the stairs and Akuma says, so where are you? Where are you going now?
We just came to fetch our friend, and we're actually heading back upstairs. I don't think we need to go through those doors.
Oh, yes. Yes, those doors lead to the vault of Queen Vasavikan. Are you emissaries?
Well, yes.
Faithful of the Frost Maiden.
Oh, in that case, no.
Ah, okay.
Why? What does it matter?
Oh, I'm just wondering if you're looking for her favour.
Oh yeah, that's what we came here for, certainly.
That would be to the south.
South?
All
right. Is that guarded like the?
He gestures directly to the south, opposite Vasavik, the passage that leads north to Vasavikan's tomb. There's a similar sort of doorway, archway at least, and a triangular room leading further south.
Is that one guarded like the Vasavikans?
No, it's warded though. You would need to prove yourselves worthy of Aurils' blessing. There are 4 tests.
Do you know what the tests are?
There are, and Ukuma gestures to the 4 doors from this large chamber. 10-foot wide doors at each of the diagonal points, northwest, northeast. southwest, southeast. They are tests. Tests of Aurils. Let me just scroll down a minute for a second. Yeah, tests to show that you share the qualities expected of a faithful of Auril.
All right, well, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. So we can't go through the door to the south until we've gone through all the others, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. The door will open. They've opened for many frost druids that have come through before, and but only after going through those other 4 doors: the door of cruelty, endurance, isolation, and preservation.
Endurance, isolation, and preservation. Got it. I'll have to check with my friends, though. I mean, make sure Moltel's okay and all that. Thank you.
Good idea. For some reason, all of my...
Sharp.
Yep. Whoops. I'm just posting those into the chat.
Are we short resting, by the way?
I'm assuming we are upstairs. Short
Absolutely.
resting.
Yep.
Yeah, seems like...
Want to cast Tiny Hut, or shall I leave it?
If it's free, cast it.
Okay, I'll ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay. You cast Tiny Hut. Your orb of tent appears. You can all fit inside. I think you can all fit inside. I don't think... Oh, where's Ice, Jackus? Oh, he got banished, didn't he?
Killed him.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, the frost giant upstairs, that's right. Okay, so you can all fit inside. And...
While we're resting, Threads would like to go up to Cletus and ask, can I talk to you?
Sure, Threads, what's on your mind?
So, I've been acting a bit strangely.
Yeah. Everyone's noticed.
Yeah, so I actually have a confession to make. And I know you're a wizard, so I thought maybe you could help me with it. Well, I don't think I need to be helped, but I just wanted to talk to you about it.
Yes, Threads.
So, when we found the body of the wizard, she spoke to me. She told me that she died of cold in the sea after being shipwrecked and trying to swim to the shore. And she told me that her spell book was her life's work and that she could not pass to the next life without passing it on to somebody. And her familiar, the weasel, and Threads kind of looks down and is like, hoo, so cute. It's like her familiar stayed here with the spell book, and she said that it would attach itself to whoever it deemed worthy. And I don't know why, but it seemed to be me. When I opened the book, I felt like magic. And it's exhausting, and I can't use my old equipment like I thought I could. But maybe it's a good thing. Magic. I don't know. You're a wizard. Maybe you'd understand. Are you a wizard? I think so.
Would I know anything? Would I know what she's talking about? Anywhere? Like, what's my knowledge of this?
Well,
for this kind of magics.
You can roll an Arcana check, Cletus.
I want to know if it's common, if there's a way around it, what it's done to, if it's done anything to
No.
threads. A 22.
Okay. You can't think of anything that's like it's definitely not normal in terms of spell books being able to, just reading a spell book imparting the ability to cast those spells. You've heard of people being able to use spell books like a scroll, and so if you're able to read a scroll, then use them sort of like a potion or a scroll, and even then, that's not something that you're knowledgeable about, but you've heard of it being done.
And I say, look, and I cast the cantrip Mage Hand, and show her the hand, Cletus the hand. I'm like,
Right.
look what I can do.
Threads, are you not a ranger anymore then? Are you a wizard again? Are you a wizard now? Maybe this is your true calling.
I mean, I think so, because when I tried to use my swords, it was like I'd never held them before. But I feel so much more, I don't know, proficient in these spells.
Why fight it then?
Yeah.
Why not go
Do you
with
think
it?
it's okay?
Well, as long as you feel safe, the weasel's taking a liking to you. Not only that, he's found you worthy of being a magic user. I think you should just embrace it. Magic does wonderful things, unknown things. I think might be like a calling to you that you should answer.
I think so. I think so too.
Are you gonna try out your new knowledge coming up? Are you gonna keep this a secret and try and play around with it? Or are you gonna embrace it now and let everyone know? Do you need time?
Well, maybe after a long rest, I'll feel less exhausted, and then I can maybe think about it a bit more.
Okay. Well, it's always nice to have another magic user. Like I said, magic does wonderful things in life. Terrible things in life too.
Yes. Thank you, Cletus.
I'll keep it a secret for now. Respect your wishes.
Thank you.
Moltel, did you see my heal? I just used my healer kit to give you 13. In case that helps, since the short rest resets out my healer kit.
Yes, it helped a lot. As you can see, I rolled all of my hit dice.
I saw that.
Plus
Yeah.
28. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all the modifiers together, because I couldn't be bothered just rolling individually. So my con is a 1d10 plus 4 for my thing. So I just added up all the dice and all the con mods, and gave me a total of 59.
Okay. So you finish your short rest. Do you spend your hit dice to heal up? Moltel's still looking very shaky at the end of that, but definitely from the Revivify, which closed the wounds sufficiently to restore his life, and restored his life simultaneously. Eventually, you're ready to press on. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Sharply, told the story Akuma told him during the short rest. So that bottom chamber is some sort of ritual passage to Auril. Prove your worth to Auril's values.
That sounds highly suspect.
But
I don't recommend we go down there unless we have a really...
it could be a possibility that what we seek is in there.
I mean, Velen, are you able to... Oh, I think we've had this conversation. I was going to ask if you could scry or somehow find where this codicil might be, but I suppose not.
No.
should
Do you,
honestly though, I think we have a better chance killing the 2 skeletons than at least we know what to expect there.
can we just run away if the skeletons come chasing? The skeletons guard the door.
We don't
They
have
just-
to go into the skeleton place. That's the one we don't have to. So we have to go into the other 4 doors, then the southern one. I also should ask Akuma if we'll go through as a group or if we have to go through individually. Back, actually. Yeah, Sharpie he'll wander back down and ask Akuma if...
Okay. Akuma's down there and is willing to engage.
Yeah, so Akuma, you were mentioning about the doors and proving your worth to Auril. If we go through those doors, can we do it as a group or do we have to do it as one person?
I would expect so. When the Frost Druid circles come through, there's usually at least 2 or 3 of them, and they go through together.
Alright. I think we may actually try it out then. I'll go pass it on to the others and we'll be back down. And yeah, we'll go back up and
Okay.
let everyone else know.
Once you do that, where to from there? Everyone's taken a bite to eat, had a drink, rested as best you can.
Who else anyone else need some healing before we took the short rest?
I think it was only Motel that got hit.
Yeah. Guess everyone else is fine. Okay.
Threads, you don't look on full. Looking at your token, I'll just check that. But otherwise,
Yeah.
okay. Head back down or heading somewhere else. I'm just bundling everything up so I can fast travel you if I need to. A locate object is a for those who can cast it, is an object that's familiar to you, which all you've got is a title. Okay.
Oh, you could ask for the nearest book.
If only we weren't carrying like several of them.
True.
Let's just explore upstairs before we make a decision down here.
I think that seems reasonable.
Okay. I'll just drag everyone back up to the where you took your short rest. Okay, where to from here? Now zooming in.
I believe we go up these stairs,
Okay.
exploring the rest of the tower.
Okay.
It's time Sharpie goes in front.
Okay. Now, are you?
Just-
When you say you're going in front, is it still marching order, or are you going ahead and just mind linking with people to let them know how you go?
Yeah, so if I go sort of 60 feet ahead,
Okay.
same as we did before, and yeah, I will mind link with those in front.
Okay.
So Threads, Moltel, and Ash.
Okay.
Is Threads actually answering now?
No, there's no contact.
So while Thread's standing there, I'll ask her verbally, can you not hear me anymore? What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't feel like anything's wrong, but I don't.
You can't hear me
Yeah,
inside?
maybe it'd be better. No, maybe it'd be better for someone else to have it.
Redo it now. There's something is definitely wrong with you.
Very, very wrong. Okay, Sharpie. You get up the stairs, and you get up the stairs and the room looks like it's contains giant furnishings. Looks like a giant bed chamber, rest chamber. Bitterly cold wind blows down another staircase in the east, so coming from further above, and there's snow accumulated all amongst it.
Okay. Stealthily look up to the corners and just take peeks around.
Above, there's a forest of icicles hanging down, some of them as big as 8 feet long. And there's a large throne in the middle of the room, against the wall, the curve of probably the size of the tower. Against the curved wall is an enormous throne, and it's carved with images of winter wolves and mastodons. Move across. Sharpie, can you do a stealth check for me?
Adding psychic dice.
Okay. Okay, you're tiptoeing across the room and peeking around the corner to this bed chamber with all the stuff on it. Staircase going down, and this icicle from above launches and crashes right next to you. What's your class, by the way?
15.
Okay. There it is. It looks like this sort of worm, fat on one end and pointed at the other, but it's made of ice. But it's got flex to it once it lands, and it lands with a bit of a splat after it crashes into the ground next to you. And I need you to roll initiative. I'm clearing out the...
That lasted all.
Sorry?
Oh, good.
Okay, throw yourself in there, Sharpie. Everyone else do the same thing. You're mind linked with him. It's just a short. Make sure you click on.
I can't click on myself. I just have a black map.
Do you? Whoops.
Sharpie just yell, living icicles on the roof.
Can you see here, Ash?
Yes.
You're just looking at a different part of the map, probably. It's huge. Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah, okay. Okay, how are we going? Descending. Oh, Sharpie. Oh, no, I haven't rolled for the...
Add myself again. There we go.
Okay. Descending. Okay, so Sharpie, you will be going first. Hot off the press.
Alright, does this look like it has lots of legs or some means of locomotion?
It's sort of like a caterpillar.
Alright, so Sharpie is just going to disengage, move back here,
Okay.
and going to look up on the roof to see if there's any more of these things.
Okay, you move past this point here, and as you do, its readied action goes off and it sort of drops on you. But the ceiling is a forest of things. Hits class 19.
That'll hit.
It hits you, stabbing into you for 13 of piercing damage. And as it does, 6 chilling damage penetrates deep into your flesh, so it does a total of 19 damage, unless you're resistant to one or the other.
Okay. 13 of piercing damage. 6 chilling damage. 13 of piercing damage. 6 chilling damage penetrates deep into your flesh, so it does a total of 19 damage, unless you're resistant to one or the other. 13 of piercing damage. 6 chilling damage penetrates deep into your flesh, so it does a total of 19 damage, unless you're resistant to one or the other. I'll uncanny dodge for half.
Okay. So you leap to the side, and it's a bit of a glancing blow, so doing 8 damage instead.
Yep.
But you can carry on
And-
going. Yeah.
So how many more of these? Like I've got an action to do a perception roll.
Ah, yeah, okay. Where's your perception roll?
Do you want me to roll one?
Yeah, do one.
Oh, my rolls are brilliant tonight.
Ah,
Psychic dice.
Oh my god.
okay.
Something might be wrong with Threads. Something's definitely wrong with Sharpie.
You spot
Need
one.
a spec change? Class change?
You spot one in the middle of the. You spot one in the middle of the room.
Yep, that's the end of Sharpie's go.
Okay. Everybody else? Whoops. I think I'm just. Yeah. Ash.
What the heck is going on? And then I look up.
Okay. He's at the top. He's up the stairs in the next floor above, and you hear someone say, "If you're not mind linked, Sharpie's being attacked by giant icicles." What do you want to do?
I look around. Like, do we stay down here? Do we have to keep going? Like,
Well, you've only got 6 seconds, and it's you're the one with initiative.
I'll rush up. I'll rush up to join him.
Okay, so it takes you a dash around to get to the top of the stairs, and when you get to the top, Sharpie's there, and he's bleeding from a wound down his side. You've got a bonus action if you wanted to do anything, and you can see 2 slug-like icicles worming their way along the ground.
Are they fast moving or slow moving?
Very slow.
Okay. I will hold off for now. Yeah.
Okay. Threads?
So where are are they on the ceiling? Or are they
They're-
crawling on the floor, did you say?
They're on the ceiling of another room that you're not in.
Oh, okay, I missed that part. I run into that room.
Okay, you can dash up there, similar to what Ash did, at least to get to the
If I
top.
don't dash, can I make it?
No, you get halfway up the staircase.
Yeah, then I just dash.
Remember, these stairs are 4 foot tall. It's a bit of effort getting up them. Cletus.
Yeah, I guess. He will go up the stairs, but he'll just use his movement, and for his action, he's gonna yell, "Should we just leave them?
Okay.
Should just leave them upstairs and come down."
You can call that anyway. Call that a free action. You know.
Okay, then for his bonus action, he'll just hold an Eldritch Blast in case he sees the worms follow downstairs.
Okay. I'm just putting you off to the side there to show that you're halfway up the staircase, but on the same map.
Yep.
Jacuz.
I'm just gonna cast bonus action and jump on myself and just increase my movement to jump towards the top of the stairs.
Yep. Okay. It'll still take you a dash to get to the very top, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
But you can be out beyond everyone if you wanted to be. You know, probably 15
Yeah.
foot out into the floor.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
I'll
Maltel?
stay in front of me.
Okay, you can position yourself where you want to be. Yeah, Maltel?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash up the stairs.
There you go. You're at the top of the stairs as well. Alright, I think that's everyone now.
1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. these things go to and they just wriggle off 10 feet away. Sharpie?
Still having a look to see if he can see any more on the roof.
Yeah, you can do another perception roll if you like. Oof. Okay. You spot some more.
Yeah, I'll point them out verbally.
Okay. Ash Louise.
Oh boy. I will. Let me see. Take measurement.
The ones with a blue dot I'm marking because they're at floor level. They've already dropped.
Oh, okay. I want to move 30 feet and see what I can see in the next room.
Okay. Just you can move your character. Yep. Okay. So this
And
opens out into a large bed chamber.
Okay. And then as my action, I will block or dodge, whatever you want to call it. So they have disadvantage to hit me on
I
their
see.
go.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
We done, and yeah.
Done? Okay. Threads.
Can I move through my allies?
Yeah. So you can just move yourself if you wish.
I would like to cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh.
Yeah. At second level?
Okay. What sort of range is that going to have?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay. So looking on there. One, two, yeah. You could probably get two of them. You get both of these two to the south of you. The one's closest. Shining it up at the ceiling.
Not this one.
Oh, that one's down at ground level. So you could sort of and
okay, so the blue ones are
ground.
ground level.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I'll go for the ones that are on the ceiling, the two ones at the bottom.
Okay. Roll your... They get saving throws, I believe.
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I've got one pass, one fail. How much damage?
9.
Okay. And for the one that failed, it drops because it loosens it. You blast it back with a thunder wave, 10 feet, which will dislodge it from the ceiling, and it drops with a crash. That your turn?
And any unsecured objects also get pushed away. So I don't know if there's anything on the ceiling or whatever.
You clear a whole 15-foot radius of icicles, and this huge rain of icicles come crashing down with it.
Nice. That's my turn.
All right. It's very dramatic. Okay, Cletus.
Cletus almost has a heart attack because of the thunderous boom he heard. He's going to keep running upstairs, use his whole movement to come upstairs.
Okay, you get to the top, and that uses your movement. You've still got an action.
Well, okay. And he said the blue dots were the ones that fell. The blue dot.
Yeah, that's right. They're at the ground.
Okay. Hold on. 10, 20, 30. Okay. How high are the ones that are still in the ceiling?
The floor to ceiling?
Would it your floor to ceiling? He wants to know if you can get them all in his hypnotic pattern. It's
one square on there is 10 feet.
Oh, one square on there is 10 feet.
Yeah, you occupy 5 foot, so you can only fill four squares on there anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, that totally changes things. Didn't realize that. He's going to cast Thickening Radiance in the middle of the room. It's a 30-foot radius sphere center of the point. So he's gonna drop a 30-foot radius, and he's gonna try and target everything that's next to Ash to the right as much as he can.
Okay. So it's a big circle, is that right?
Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius circle. Let me try and draw it in actually.
Yeah.
I just don't know what 6. Okay. So that would be So this is 20.
So
10.
So 6 of those squares across.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
6, and then let me just pop it here, just out of. Yeah, I'll pop it right there. And he'll let everyone know, if you go in there, you're gonna get hurt.
Okay. And when does that? I'll read it. Concentration, dim light spreads in a 30-foot radius sphere, so 60 feet across. So you've got a 30-foot across, so it'll be. It's 30-foot radius, so 60-foot diameter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the radiance.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
That's a lot bigger than he thought. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
When a creature moves into the area for the first time on their turn, or starts their turn there. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Or 4d10 damage. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast your spell, and we move to Jacuz.
The blue is the one on the floor.
It is,
correct?
yeah.
Attack this one. $15 and $18 to hit.
The hits. Damage.
26.
26 is enough to kill it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Moltel.
Seeing this sphere pop in, I'm just going to move up to there and hold an attack action in case one of those creatures come close by to me.
Yeah, okay. So ready with your glaive or something.
Battle axe,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. These creatures move, move to here, and one drops and attacks you. Jacus.
Yep.
Hits armor class 5 and Kasplat lands on the floor right next to you.
Yeah.
And alright, bear with me for a second. Alright, at that point, Ash, you're the one closest. You hear this deep thudding voice, not voice, but sounds shaking the floor as striding around the corner comes a frost giant.
Oh no.
From what direction?
From the doorway where Ash is standing.
Ash.
And this is a giantess, for what it's worth, gets out, seems to have no armour, no metal armour, which frost giants normally have, but has a long staff made of wood, and has a necklace around her neck with what looks like an icicle tied to the end of it like a pendant, and she clasps this icicle points at a point over here where the sickening radiance is.
Oh, don't dispel it.
And there's this flash of bright sunlight. It's not really sunlight, but a flash of bright sunlight appears, and everyone in the room needs to do a saving throw versus Constitution. The brilliant sunlight flashes, filling. Let's see, fills the entire room.
Question: what sort of damage is it?
It's radiant, so you will take half damage, but still need to do the con save. Note, Jacus is giving his paladin bonus to Threads, Moltel, and the piercer to his south.
Is it within 15 or 10?
10.
10 feet.
Bugger.
Within my aura. You can see
Yeah.
it.
I think only I can see the aura, Jacus. So, how are we going? Constitution saving throws.
Well, I got a 25.
Okay.
Everyone that failed needed Jacuz.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jacus failed, as did
Oh,
Ash.
Jacuz failed.
As did Ash, Louise, Cletus, and Sharpie.
Jacuz failed with a 17.
No, Jacus has got a 14.
Oh, it's already added. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, 47 damage is full.
47 damage.
23 is half.
And then I can halve it again.
Yep, so you take 11. Every piercer dies regardless. Is Sickening Radiance a concentration spell?
It is.
Okay.
17? That's an automatic fail anyway.
Is it?
I took 47 damage.
Yeah, so your difficulty that you need to pass is half that, so 23. So it is possible to pass, but unlikely with pluses and things. Yeah. Okay.
That's literally impossible. Oh,
Okay, so this giantess. You might actually, I think, thread. So I just see you said you have counterspell, but forgot to cast it. But you didn't. I don't think you saw her cast a spell anyway to counter it. Ash, can you roll an Arcana check? I'll let Cletus and Threads have Arcana checks as well.
a 9 for Cletus.
Okay.
That one, I think.
Oh no. Okay. Even
Arcana's really high.
Yeah. Okay. So Threads, you're the closest. You don't identify the effect that what this spell exactly is, but you know that it's one of the highest. It's a very powerful druid spell. Basically, bringing the power of the sun into a small area to the tune of 47 hit points.
Okay.
Is she shooting a beam at her staff, or is this like a beam just coming down from the sky, or is it like?
So sunlight flashes from a point that is chosen, and it flashes from that point 60-foot radius. So sort of like a fireball, but there's no little line that shoots and then explodes or anything like a fireball does. This is just a sunlight, a solar flare that affects everybody within 60 foot.
That roll was too big, DM. That was such a good roll.
The 47?
Yeah, the 12d6, that's massive.
It was, yeah. Yeah, it is actually. 12d6, 10d6 is what, 35? Plus another 6. Yeah.
Above average.
Yeah, it is. I've got 3 5s for the first 3, and there's a couple of 6s in there too. Only 1 1. Okay, so that's us for tonight, and we'll pick up from here as you face off against this ancient frost giant druid.
Should have made a run for it.
Hey.
Opening and closing.
Rime-hearted Mother Earth awaits 1 week for thee.
Okay, next week, everyone. Straight into the action.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Not really.
Oh, yes, and poor Moltel as well. You're 1 diamond.
Yes, thank goodness.
You're 1 diamond down.